So this was Mel's face throughout much of the scene that she was in this episode. Okay, this was her face. Like, what is going on here? And also, this was my face reading a lot of y'all's comments last week when we was talking about whether or not it was appropriate for these two grown men to approach their friend's wife about a topic that didn't involve anything for which she came there to talk about. Okay. Now let me start off the top. Was Tiffany wrong for asking those inappropriate questions? Absolutely. Do I think she owes Sheree an apology? Absolutely. Does she even owe Martell an apology? Yes, absolutely. But is that the way to get it? No. And it was shocking to me to see so many people in the comments like, yeah, she deserved it. Yes, I mean, I was fine with it. She was messy and this, that, and the third. I cannot imagine for the life of me. Okay, I don't even have a wife. All right, but I'm trying to imagine on any planet that two of my friends would approach my significant other and ask anything without coming to me first. Okay, like, the friendship is over. We ain't talking no more. We ain't cool no more. You don't even have a right to, you don't even look in my direction, period. All right. You come to me with that issue. You don't go to my significant other. You definitely not going to my wife. Okay. And I'm going to tell you why the two of them, Heckle and Jekyll, Martell and Marsau, know they were wrong. The proof is in the pudding. And it was something that Marsau said that let me know, oh, you wouldn't be okay with this happening to your wife, but you thought it was okay for it to happen to somebody else's. I got you. I got you. But we're gonna talk about that in a second because I needed to address that right off the bat. I don't understand it, but I mean if that's what people thinking, I mean that's what people thinking. But that just boggled my mind, baby. That boggles my mind. How anybody would be okay with that. I don't care if she is messy. I do not care if she did ask inappropriate questions because those things are true and she does owe an apology. But that again, that ain't the way to get it. That ain't the way to get it. You come to me. You come to me. Okay? As y'all can tell, this episode got me heated, okay? All the way heated. And that's what I'm looking for when I'm watching reality. Now, sometimes I'm looking for fluff, okay? I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I'm just looking, just entertain me. But sometimes I'm looking to walk away feeling something. And so I got to hand it to these people because even though I'm mad, I'm in a rage right now. They made me feel something, okay? So to me, I'm gonna have to give this episode a 9.9. Now, even though I felt like there was a scene with Kimmy and her girlfriend that went on a little too long, okay? I was like, it was 20 minutes later. We still in the scene. However, Kimmy has a light that shines so bright, I didn't even care no more. I'm just watching along because she is shining so bright in this episode, and I'm just like, give me more. Yes, Kimmy, talk. I don't know what we talking about. Oh, we still talking about relations? Talk, baby, talk to me, okay? Because I felt like she was just, I mean, she just has a spirit that just lights up the screen, and so did her friend Andre. Y'all, I'm talking to y'all like listen, like we on the telephone today, and I can tell you about this episode. All right. So let's get into it. We start the episode off with Tisha at home packing. Now, they supposed to be moving into the Scott Manor complex or whatever they've been building since what season one in 2024. Okay. Um, Now I don't know about the process of, getting land and building the house and things like that, but why is it taking so long? I mean, again, educate us because I didn't forgot. Okay. I mean, it's been so long. We 6 seasons in. I forgot what's taking so long. So they about to move out their house that they in now, move into the apartment is what I thought I heard him say. Did y'all hear him say apartment? Because that's what I thought. I could have swore he said apartment. How all them and the kids gonna be living in? Listen, Okay, maybe it could be a 3 to 5 bedroom apartment. It could be a penthouse. So strike my thing from the record. Strike that question from the record. Um. Anyway, Marcel reports to Letitia that he don't think that Tiffany got it all upstairs. Okay, he don't think she got much sense at all, and it's just you can tell that he just don't has zero respect for her, and that is a big part of my problem. That this man is he just don't respect her at all in any way, shape, or form. Not even in front of her husband. Okay, and her husband is okay with it. That's what's bothersome to me. I don't get it. Now we know that Marceau is a jokester, and y'all know I have definitely warmed up to Marceau, his character on the show. And when I talk about these people, I'm talking about what they do on the show, unless they do something crazy online. Okay, but I don't know them personally like that unless I done met them before, in which case I have not. Right, but I understand that he's a jokester, but I mean the jokes be going way too far and way too deep to me. Okay, for me to be okay with. So he downloads her on their whole, confrontation with Tiffany or whatever. And everything that Tiffany has said to Sheree about Martell being a cheater. I mean, okay. And about, if Sheree thought Harpoon was that good to keep the man. All right. That was mad and inappropriate. And I'm still shocked at Tiffany for saying that, okay, and claiming she don't remember, because I think that was foul. But they do agree that Tiffany, which is true, Tiffany will say something slick and then act like she ain't say nothing. That is a problem that she has. And so for that, they are correct 100%. And I know, as short as the day is long, that as I say this in this video, somebody is going to be like, but Tiffany is messy. Tiffany, I'm saying it now. I know she messy, okay? And she likes to play innocent. But that don't mean that she deserved to be confronted by two of my friends, okay? Because I'm pretending I'm Big Lou. Because again, Marceau is gonna tell us he would not want that to happen to Letitia, okay? So if you don't want it to happen to your wife, why are you doing it to somebody else? That don't make no sense to y'all? That's not adding up? Who is not adding up for? Okay? Let me know. Let me know. Let's make the math. Come on now. Let's get with it. Chime down in the comments. Let me know. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go today. All right. So anyway, Letitia then said something interesting. She's like, oh, well, it's because she's pretty. It's pretty girl syndrome. Where did that come from? Where did that come from? Where did that come from? I certainly, in my opinion, and maybe I'm missing it, okay? Am I missing it? I will, because listen, I admit, as a man, pretty privilege ain't really something I think about, okay? It ain't really something I process. Actually, it's a term that's relatively new for me, okay? So in the comments, can y'all chime in and give me some deeper, connections with what she's trying to say right there? Because I feel like Tiffany just messy. Just cause. I mean, I don't feel like it's because she thinks she's pretty and she can get away with it, but maybe she do. I don't know, because sometimes I feel like women are more attuned to, little things that other women do that I might not be. And I'm open to that. I'm open to that. So chime down and tell me, educate me on that, because I don't know it all. I know how I feel, and I know I was curious when she said it. Okay, so let's go. Marceau does tell her to go be messy with this information, and later she will. So anyway, Tiffany gets home and downloads Lewis about Martell and Marceau coming at her over Sheree. And she puts it to him plain like it is. Two guys came at her about a conversation that she had with a woman. Period. Okay? Now, even Lewis is like, now, did you really ask about the man being a cheater? Okay. So he's even taken aback by the sloppy, messy questions that she was asking. Okay. He even acknowledges it. She then tells him that Marceau asked if she was a Karen. and asked what was wrong with her. And she's like, you need to talk to your friend. I agree. You need to talk to your friends ASAPidly now. Okay. So then Tiffany tells him that after the conversation, Marsau was like, we should have had that conversation, with Lewis here or with Lewis. I mean, you think so? But they don't have no respect for either Tiffany nor Lewis. I'm going to let you know that right now. I don't see not nay lick of respect for the two of them. I don't. Lewis is fired up, as he should be. Kimmy and Maurice, it's two scenes here. One, as Kimmy and Maurice are coming from a doctor's appointment, she's moving on to the next phase of her recovery journey. Excuse me. And they talk about the lack of libido, so to speak, that she's experiencing. And Maurice is, man, sometimes I like this cast of people, but sometimes Maurice comes across like caveman. You know what I'm saying? Like, me Tarzan. Me want Poon. Me Tarzan. Me want it. And she got to tell him, like, bro, sometimes I be having to fake it because I don't be feeling like it. And he like, again, he looking like this. What? Trying to figure it out. Say now, say what? Say who? Say what? And she like, listen, would you rather me fake it so it can make you feel good, so you can get to the point where you need to get to, or would you rather not have it at all? And I'm like, fake it for me, okay? Fake it for me, because if that's your thing, me Tarzan, me need the Poon, me need it now. If that's where you at, take what you can get, bro. Because you're lucky she even doing it. To be quite honest with you, okay? You're lucky she even doing it with everything she going through. Then she go have a conversation with her girlfriend, Andrea, who, again, she lit up the screen too. And this was a nice conversation because they kind of commiserate about not really knowing that this was a side effect of, going through the chemotherapy process and that sort of thing. And so that was interesting to me. Now, it did feel like it went on quite a while, but it's just a joy to see Kimmy on the screen and being in such good spirits, man. Like that's the type of the balance in this episode. It has shades of light and dark, and it gave me the good feeling vibes. You know what I'm saying? So we get to Tiffany's baby shower, and it's a group, like, I think it's like Letitia, Kimmy, Nell, Chris Fletcher, Stormy and her husband arrive at a certain point. Is it me? Or do Stormy and her husband look alike? You know how two people be together for so long, they start to their expressions start to be the same? Because they both looking at Mel like either A, they don't believe her, or I don't know what it is. Because sometimes producers can put in a reaction shot to something else and then make it seem like they're reacting to something that somebody said. So, but the look on their faces, I feel like y'all done been together so long, y'all look alike. Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with it, but I just noticed it. It was like so obvious when the camera picked up on it. Anyway, I digress. Let me get back to what I was saying. Tish tells the group that she don't know if Marsau's coming because he's not feeling Tiffany right now. She tells the group about the confrontation that Martell and Marsau had with Tiffany. Letitia also asked Nell how Mel feels about Martell dating. So according to Nell, Mel is all for it, but doesn't want to meet anybody that the man is dating. So Mel arrives as Letitia is telling the group at the table about Martell and Marsau's confrontation with Tiffany, and nobody can believe that Tiffany asked Sheree if she had the good poon, okay? So when Mel sits down, Nell is like, are we going to have this conversation in front of Mel? So Letitia kind of fills, her in on what they were talking about, and then says, we just I want to make sure that you're okay, that you're not uncomfortable by us talking about what we're talking about. And Mel, her face is, I keep going back to it because this is how she was looking throughout that entire conversation. I was like, Mel is about to leave in 5, 4, 3, 2. It's only a matter of time before she bounces. So anyway, Mel lets them know, like, y'all not gonna make me feel uncomfortable talking about anything. So Nell asks, well, did you hear about what Tiffany said to Sheree about the poem? Now, Nell is an interesting character to me because she's not a main cast member, but in every scene, she's getting the story started. I mean, she's stirring up the juice in every scene. You know what I'm saying? She's coming in like a wrecking ball, and she's getting things jumped off. Very interesting indeed. But she could be like a friend that's getting paid on the side. I don't know. I mean, I'm just interested in these types of things. Now, are you getting paid to stir up this juice like you stirring it? Okay, because you are stirring it, baby. You are stirring it. Okay. You stirring the cauldron, stirring it up. Stir, you got to stir it up. So anyway, Mel is like, I'm going to fix my plate. Okay. So she's like wondering to herself, like, why every time I come around, they having like some type of deep conversation. That's why I say to myself, Mel, I feel you, because in real life, that's how I am too. Like, I ain't here for no drama. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. So y'all make it count. Okay. So anyway, then when Melody sits back down, so Stormy, time to stir it up, says, did y'all know that Tiffany asked Sheree about Mel? Mel, have you ever met Sheree? And Mel is like, yeah, she met, I met her years ago. And Stormy's like, well, it was alluded to you being a fan. Like you drove to her book signings for pictures and things like that. What's up, sis? So Mel is like, well, there was a natural hair festival in Birmingham and she was a speaker and Eva Marcel was there as well. So maybe that was when it happened or whatever. I felt like I was wondering how Mel was going to react to that question. She didn't overreact. She smoothly walked through it because that question in and of itself or the statement it could be offensive. It can be. It almost seems like it's meant to offend, right? Oh, you was a fan of hers. Were you not? Especially at a table full of people. Like that to me, I was like, nah, I know y'all ain't cool like that, but y'all must not really be cool at this point because it was just the presentation of it all. You know what I'm saying? Personally, I would have been like, you know what? She was an OG on a #1 rated Housewives show. I'm a fan of any woman who is out there doing the doggone thing. I was even a fan of yours and how well you have done in your industry. So, yeah, am I a fan? I think she's amazing. That could have been a response too. That's probably what I would have said, but I think she handled this smoothly. You know what I'm saying? So Mel says she don't have no problems with her. Her problem is with Martell. Speaking of whom, Martell and Marsau arrive. And I keep wondering to myself, when did they become Heckle and Jekyll? When did they become like bosom buddies? They kind of like the two, y'all ever seen the Fast and the Furious movies? They kind of like Ludacris and Tyrese's character to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, Heckle and Jekyll. So anyway, Marsau says he needs a seat, and Mel is like, here, you could take mine. I have got to go. Give me my plate. I will take my stuff. And I'ma see y'all later. Bye. Melody, she again, like I said, Mel is here for a good time, not a long time. And when the time is not good, she get the getting. All right. So anyway, and she's like, God bless you on your journey. And so Lewis says, hey, Martell, let's go talk. So then Martell is like, yeah, Marsau, can you come outside with us? I'm like, for real, you couldn't have that conversation on your own? For real? Y'all need all this backup for Lou. Y'all need all this backup for Lou. Why is that? You need to back up for Tiffany. Why is that? these are conversations that, I mean, I think, I don't know. It just seemed like for y'all to not respect these people, y'all sure need a lot of backup to have conversations with them. Anyway, um, at first it starts off like a game of questions, well, what happened? Well, what did she tell you happened? Well, what did you say? Well, what did she tell you we said? It's like, now let's get right down to it. Spit it out. I ain't got time for all of this. Y'all men, let's go. Let's go. Let's get down to it. So Lewis has a problem with two grown men talking to his wife. That's the problem I got. Okay. Martell feels like, well, she was there and we was meeting, so why not mention it? So then Lewis brings up the Karen comment and what it meant. And Marsau is like just throwing jabs the entire time. Just literally dissing the man's wife at the house that they throwing the party at for Tiffany. Just complete. I mean, to me, it was just like, and again, when I was reading the comments last week, I was like, dang, a lot of y'all okay with this? Like, you would be okay with two grown men coming at you about something that you did that, okay, yeah, you might have been messy with it, and that ain't right. I ain't making no excuse for it, but you okay with that? Your husband would be okay with that? Your partner would be okay with that? I can't see it. I can't see it. I feel like a lot of y'all, what the kids say, cap. I feel like a lot of y'all cap. A lot of y'all cap. A lot of y'all capping. Let's get into it. Let's talk about it. Okay. So Lewis, at a certain point, he did seem like he was trying to cover for her. Like, well, yeah, she was saying all this stuff, good stuff about Sheree. And I'm like, now, Lewis, she was wrong. Let's go ahead and admit that. I mean, because ain't no way to skirt around it. Her asking about the punani is not the business. Okay. It's not cute. It's not cool. It's not cute. So she was definitely the big and the strong. You got it going on. You're dead wrong. Okay. Let me know if you know what that song is. So Lewis does have a good question. What in the world does Marsau have to do with any of this? Why are you here? Why is he here, Ike? Why is he here interjecting in any of this? None of this had anything to do with him. Okay. If anybody had a bone to pick in this situation, it should be Martell, but it should not be Marsau. Like, why are you here? Again, back up. All right. So this was, to me, the moment that I knew that Marsau knew that they were wrong. Lewis says, okay, so the next time I got an issue, I'm gonna go to your wife. Okay. And Marsau says, no, you're not gonna do that. Boom. See, to me, that was the moment. That was the moment that I knew. Y'all knew y'all was wrong. At least Marsau knew he was wrong with it, but he don't care nothing about. I mean, he don't respect none of them. So it's fine. It is what it is. He just there for backup because Lewis big and he probably will body slam all of them. Okay. Which is another reason why I feel like Maurice came running out. So Maurice says he's coming out because he heard the fellas arguing. But in reality, I felt like you just coming out here to back up your bro. You know what I'm saying? Again, because Big Lou. I mean, listen, I don't feel like they respect Big Lou, but I feel like they know Big Lou is big. Okay. And what I mean by big is, I mean, he towers over top of them. Period. Right? So you got all three of them against Big Lou. All right. Because as soon as Maurice gets out there, he get to advocating for Marsau and Martell. You ain't trying to provide no peace, bro. Because if you were trying to provide some peace, you would be trying to simmer the situation down. But it won't none of that. Okay? We peeped the game. So Luke gets back to the point. He doesn't think Tiffany was right, as I stated earlier. But Martell doesn't see anything wrong with going to Tiffany. This is part of the problem with Martell in general. Okay? This is the part of the problem with Martell and the way in which he interacts with women in general, in my opinion. Okay? The way that he interacts with them, look at the way he's interacted with Mel in the past. Look at the way he interacted with Kenya. And some people may say, well, Kenya, instigated that. But still, as a man, we have to know to pull back in situations like that because of a lot of reasons, for a lot of reasons. But for someone who claims to be such a gentleman, okay, the man that says, I need to go and I need to follow you back to your car, is the same man that would sit up here and approach a woman like that unexpectedly with the help of another man that's there to instigate the situation. No, bro. Like, if you had wanted to have that conversation with her, even if you had it by yourself, there was a way to go about doing it, and it didn't include Marceau. So anyway, um, Martell, even in his confessional, is focusing on what Tiffany did wrong, and he's so focused on that he can't even see where he might have went wrong in the situation. And that situation is also to Lou, because that is his friend, allegedly. Okay, and Lou, if these are your friends, baby, the bar is low. Okay, the bar is low. The bar is low, and I'm gonna need you to aim higher. Okay, they are not your friends, sir. They not your friends, man. They can't be your friends approaching your wife like that, bro. Like, I just can't see it. I just And they clowning you and her in front of your face at your party. Um, because Lou has to tell them, like, if you my friend, you come to me about an issue with my wife. Period. That's bro code. It's crazy to me that it's like I feel like people don't even understand that. That's bro code. That's bro code. That's girl code. That's code. It- like, have we lost the sense of code? Yes, Tiffany was wrong, but take that to the man. So Marceau is egging it on because Lou agrees. They have a couple of tense moments or whatever, but Lou agrees that Tiffany owes Sheree an apology. I agree with that. He even says she owes Martell an apology. Okay. But I feel like Martell and Marceau owe Lou an apology as well as Tiffany, because they shouldn't have had. Marceau ain't had nothing to do with this. He just ended to have a scene. Marceau is like, she owes the human race an apology. At that point in time, he would have either had to leave or I would have been dragging him. Okay. If I'm Lou, I would have been dragging him down the driveway. Period. All of them. If you want to go there, okay? Because for real, he's still clowning your wife. Like, I don't get it. So inside, Tiffany is having some sickness issues, and we cut from Tiffany, the start of her issues, to Lou then hugging it out with Marceau, even as Marceau is still joking about how he has to deal with Tiffany and how he has to deal with that. He, like, you still got to deal with her. Ooh, and this baby shower is terrible. Get the hell out of here. Y'all know I don't even curse like that. But you gotta go, bro. You gotta go. Get up out of here. Get off my property. Whoever property this is, get out. If it's so terrible, go. And don't come back. So inside, Tiffany's crying her eyes out from being dizzy, and they need the lights off. Now, a part of me, I'm gonna be real with y'all. A part of me wondered, now, Tiffany, I don't know nothing about no pregnancy. So if this sounds insensitive, I'm gonna ask for forgiveness after I say what I got to say. But a part of me felt like she knew that Lewis was outside arguing with the men's. They was running all up over top of him. And I felt like she felt guilty about it and got emotional about it. And that could have she could have just been upset about that. But then that upset could have made her feel sick. I don't know. But y'all let me know, because I don't want to seem insensitive. I'm just telling you what it looked like when I saw it. Okay. But there's something wrong. She's dizzy, she's seeing stars, and it's to be continued. So we're gonna hope that she's okay. I mean, at least we know in real time she's okay. Hopefully nothing went wrong. And um, God bless everyone on their journey.